editors, you can kind of combine this.
Keeping editors in mind, you should test single target basic skill, ultimate forte, and intro.
Oh my god, chat. How the f do we test this shit? Editor, just crop out anything. Subscribe! Hey guys, MrPokke here, back with another video, and welcome to our first $1 versus 2000 series in Wuthering Waves featuring Yinlin. And without further ado, let's get into today's content. Alright, so for our testing in Wuthering Waves, let me know how you guys want to run this, because this is also my first time doing it on Wuthering Waves. I've not done it on Sunreal. I decided to do it on hologram, because in chat wants us to do it on holograms. It's 1v1, less discrepancies, less mob or whatever. So we're going to be trying out on a hologram, and the way of how it works is very similar to Honkai style. The relics are going to be exactly the same. Right, the weapon, the tracers, they're gonna be exactly the same. So this is my base Yinlin right now. 50% crit rate, 264% crit damage, all that kind of stuff. Then we are gonna have this amount of tracers, unlock everything here, and then we're gonna kind of like play with her a little bit, not just look at how much her ultimate does or like how much her basic or skill does. Just to play around with her rotations here and there, right? Maybe do a little bit of intro, outro, and just see what overall she does, right? So currently it's gonna be E0S1. I do not have a good substitute, because there ain't no way in God's green earth I'm giving Yinlin this. I'm just gonna be running this with S1, and then it's gonna be R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, and then finally it's gonna be R6, S5. Is that what we call it nowadays? R6, S5, because we do have the amount of little dupes. Just gonna be leaving it here a little bit more relatable. Baseline kit, we're just gonna go ahead and see. Yinlin's attack chain animation is kind of slow. So if you fight against bosses like Hologram, don't really expect yourself to finish your entire attack chain animation. So if you take a look at the attack chain animation, it is gonna take a while. It's like, yeah, so it will take a while to finish up her full attack chain animation. It's around 283 per counter. One big hit is 1.5k. Final hit is like 573. Alright, intro skill 175 with 8,664 towards the end. This is with the skill for the enhancement, so it's around 319. It's around 319. Big hit is gonna be 1.7. Alright, ultimate damage is up here. Okay, so roughly 2.3k per hit. So it's 2.3k with 8 separate instances, if I'm not wrong. Oh, unfortunately, she's not invincible. She's not invincible when she's casting the skill. So if you get hit, there's actually no way for you to kind of dodge out of it. You have to swap out. You have to swap out, right? You have to swap out. Okay, she's really, really good for like mob content. Not gonna lie. Her AoE is very, very high. So she kind of just hit everyone. Oh, she can parry, guys. I don't think she parries on the first hit. Okay, wait, let me see if you can. Okay, she can parry on the first hit. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, you know what, chat? We'll just test it on this stage. Basic. So it's around 571, 57-ish to 600-ish. Then final hit is 1.4k, assuming you crit. So that's basic. Skill. So with skill, this kind of goes up by like 50%. So 500 goes to 800, and then towards the end. Okay, so basically it's like a almost 50% damage buff if you use the skill. So without the skill, the damage kind of falls off quite hard. And then if we use the ultimate is always the same, right? It's always gonna be, okay, 2.6, 2.6, 2.6, 2.6. Let me try the intro skill. Alright, intro skill. It's kind of like a little bit like a basic, kind of, almost. Alright, so almost kind of like a normal basic chain. Oh, and to be fair, my intro skill is level 1. So yeah, it's not that insane. E1, resonance skill, magnetic roar and lightning actually do 70% more damage. I'm going. Okay, alright. Okay, basic attack relatively unchanged. Okay. Lightning is now 2.6. Okay, so the ultimate damage definitely went up by quite a big amount. It was 2.4 and now it's 3.1. So that went up by almost 30% increase in ultimate damage.
It only gives you an increase in damage. should test like that, I think. Where you only focus on the effect given by the idol and...
Wait, then why the hell did my ultimate damage go up by so high? Okay, ultimate damage remains unchanged. Yeah, ultimate damage remains unchanged. I think skill definitely went up. Let's do one with the basic into skill again. Basic chain, pretty much unchanged. Skill 1.9 to 800. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for E1. You just basically buff out with skill damage as well as a skill rotation. We're not running Verena buffs or anything. I only brought in Verena just for the consistency. E2, skill requires additional 5 adjustment. This is a little bit hard to test. Like, how exactly do we find out? Okay, time this shit. Time this shit. How long it takes for us to get to U-bar. Okay, around 12 seconds. This is my best attempt of seeing what difference does E2 make. So now we do have a... Per skill usage recovers 5 judgment points as well as 5 resonance energy on hit. So not only does it increase the little judgment bar to cast punishment mark, as well as the ultimate a little bit higher. I'm not really going to care about the ultimate stuff because we haven't factored in her energy regeneration. But I'm just going to see how long it takes for her to get the full heavy attack. Alright, that's that same shit. Okay, that was probably like 8 to 9 seconds. So you shave off by 20%? 20% faster, around 20% faster. Which lets you swap into your main DPS or your healer or whatever at a much faster pace. Whether this 2 or 3 seconds doesn't matter to you as a player, I think that's going to be up to you. Unfortunately, it doesn't really change her attack speed. Her normal issue of like her attack chain is very slow. It's going to be there. But it definitely shaves off the time. It shaves off the time, right? Not inclusive of the ultimate, by the way. This is not inclusive of the ultimate. I think this point is honestly quite good. Because it's 5 resonance energy as well. And one of her biggest problem, or rather not biggest problem, her biggest impact is the ultimate. The ultimate does a shit ton. This resonance energy might be really good, especially since assuming that this does scale with energy regeneration, then this might be pretty good. Alright, E2 done. Resonance chain done. Resonance chain 3. Helen's judgment strike multiplier is increased by 55%. So this is a lightning. This is pretty much this little lightning over here. Alright, this is the lightning over here. Let's see what difference. I believe previously it was like 2.2-ish. Let's see. 3.2. 3.2. 3.0 to 3.2. Yeah, it is quite literally a 50% buff. Like, quite literally. Each individual judgment strike, it hits for 50% more. A literal 50%. I think this S3 is probably one of the biggest change so far. Let's do it one more time for good measure. Yeah, 3.2. Yeah, basically a 50% damage increase. Yeah, I would say this is probably one of the better Eidolons so far. 2 is for comfort. 3's raw damage increase is definitely much higher than S1, I think. S1's damage increase is not that crazy, but this S3 is definitely you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it for sure. Especially since this thing lasts for 18 seconds. This thing lasts for 18 seconds. E4. When 4th circuit judgment strike hit the target, attack percentage of all team members increased by 20% for 12 seconds. I'm assuming this applies to herself as well. I assume this applies to the main DPS as well. So herself. So let's see if this works, right? So if it does work, it means that we should see like even higher damage for her thingy. .5. Okay, yep. So now damage goes up to 3.3, 3.5. The 20% attack buff, it does apply to herself. It does apply to herself. I do want to test out one thing though. Does it still apply if we switch out? I'm assuming it does. So like we swap this, we swap to Verena, then swap back to her again. I'm assuming it still applies. Because if it doesn't, then that's going to be S. Okay, 3.5. Swap back. Yep. Okay. So the attack buff is gonna be there. It's gonna be there for the entire duration. So even if you swap in, swap out, no intro, no outro, the buff will always be there. Pretty good. That's pretty good. I feel like this is pretty much like permanent. Like as long as you are hitting, this will always refresh. So you pretty much have like almost 100% uptime on this attack buff. Because remember with this, you refresh your, even without this, you're refreshing Judgment Strike, Judgment every single 12 seconds already. So now you're refreshing every 8 seconds. So this theoretically should have 100% uptime. E5. Resonance Liberation deals 100% extra damage to targets with Sinner's Mark or Punishment Mark. I believe our previous benchmark... Okay, let me just do our previous benchmark again. Once again. Okay, let's test on this dude. Okay, 3.4. 3.4 with Judgment. 3.4 with Judgment. 3.4 with Judgment. 100% extra damage. Does it just straight up just double? Or is it 100 damage percentage? The wording is a little bit weird. I don't know if it's 100%, like 100% damage buff, or it's like just straight up just double, like multiplier double. Because if it is, I should see like 6.8k, right? If it's not, I'll be a little bit disappointed. Alright. Oh, 4.8. It is not a double, guys. It is a 4.8. So 3.4 to 4.8. 50% damage increase, pretty much. Literal 50% damage increase. 100% more damage is a 50% more damage increase. Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up for the ultimate part. Final item. First 30 seconds after out, Yinlin's base attack is the target. Furious Thunder will be triggered, dealing 419.59% of Yinlin's attack. Every basic attack up to 4 times. This is considered as resonance scale damage. Okay. A 400% additional damage multiplier. This is pretty much equivalent to you have a 420% multiplier buff because it's considered as a separate attack. But we need to wait until we cast our ultimate, right? Okay, I'm just gonna cast our ultimate and just see what exactly is the situation here. Alright, so now normal basic is just 571, 260, 571. That's our normal basic, right? Let's cast our ultimate once. $13,000. Shut the fuck up. You have a random ass 13,000 shit falling down from the sky. This thing is quadruple the damage of Judgment. You literally quadruple your DPS for that 4 hits. Shut the fuck up. $11,000. Oh my fucking god. That is crazy. Wait, does it work if you swap out? Okay, I hit once, I swap out. Wait, so she doesn't even need to be there. You just cast an ultimate and you just hit it one time and you're done. Wait, does it work if we cast our ultimate and then we attack with like Marina? Ah, it has to be her. Okay, it has to be her. There's no way that's real though. This item is fucking disgusting. 400% additional damage. That being said, it is only 4 hits. Okay, I think to see exactly over the course of time how much more damage, we're gonna see how long it takes for this ultimate to charge. Let's see this. Okay, we are about 1/5-ish away from a full bar. We're about 1/5-ish away from a full bar off cooldown, right? Off cooldown. Now, my question is, what if we use an ER main stat? Okay, 32% energy regeneration. We broke the... I don't even care about the damage. I just want to see how quickly is this back up. Holy shit! Okay, at 150% ER, we pretty much have no downtime, almost. Okay, so with the ER main stat, we pretty much have no downtime. Alright, chat, I'll leave it up to you if you think swapping into ER main stat is worth it. I can't really say it's always worth it because there's always going to be bosses flying off the place, dodging, jumping, and all that kind of stuff. Then when they jump around, you can't really land your hits. And if you can't land your hits, you can't really build energy regeneration. I think with that, we can kind of just go all in and see what's the difference here. Okay. I do want to remind chat, this secondary effect, you need to be not on the field, which further signifies she's not meant to be played as a main DPS. Because this effect, it literally does not proc unless you're off field. So you are meant to trigger your judgment. And then when you have your judgment, you swap out for your secondary DPS, or rather the next DPS, your main DPS, to deal damage, so that your judgment can actually deal more damage. $4.3k. 4.3k, 1.7k. I think the damage went up by... It used to be 3.8, right? Like 3.6 or 3.8. So we went up by around 500. 500-ish. Alright, increase, I guess. If you ask me, S5 is not worth it, guys. Alright, if you ask me, I don't think S5 is worth it. The difference is not that crazy. I think for the price of S5, even though the weapon is kind of guaranteed, S1 is a pretty good stopping point. I don't really feel that big of a change. ELDR. If you were to ask me personally, I don't think anyone really needs her Idolence. Like, straight up. This changes, like, pretty much nothing. Because the damage is coming from her judgment as well as her ultimate. Alright, so this changes like nothing. This is not too bad, right? It shaves down your judgment accumulation by roughly 20%. It makes it 20% faster. And it's actually not too bad. It makes your rotations faster. And the thing with Wuthering Waves is that you can't really time it to just damage. You need to factor in your rotations with your team as well. So I think this is actually not too bad. Quite comfy. E3, this is pretty fucking good. This is just straight up judgments for 18%. For 18 seconds, this goes up by 55%. It's pretty much a raw damage increase because it's the damage multiplier. So this is pretty good. This is pretty good. But are you willing to go all the way here too? That is gonna be up to you to decide. E4, I think you don't really need to care. It's 20% attack buff. I mean, it's fine, but like you have Arena, you have your 5-piece healing, all that kind of stuff. I don't think it's gonna matter that much, especially when the attack buff is gonna be quite plentiful. E5, I think this is really, really, really good. But compared to E3, sorry, R3, it's not that crazy. Because this is not straight up double your damage, right? We went from, I believe, 3.4. We thought it would go to 6.8. It didn't go to 6.8. It went to around 4.8, right? So it's not really a double your damage. If this was double your damage, that would be fucking crazy. This is pretty much 13,000, 14,000 lightning just falls from like 4 times to all targets. I'm pretty sure you will just one-shot like most, if not every single mob. So I guess to wrap this video up, let me try this shit with the full setup. Okay, you still need to kind of group them, because if you don't group them, they're not gonna be doing shit. Also, unfortunately, they have changed how outro works. Yeah, unfortunately, they have changed how outro works. I'm not sure if it's honestly advisable to run Yinlin with Calchero. I sincerely believe in the future, we will get a better 5-star outro for Yinlin. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god! Will I hit? I don't know if I hit. Okay. That was good. I think from what I felt is the judgment, the uptime is like almost pretty much permanent. You do need to kind of force her to stay until you get the full bar. She can't leave the field until you get the full bar, because if she leaves without the full bar, it's gonna be a big DPS drop. So basically you can't leave. With that, we have come to the end of today's content. When I engage in any further discussions, sit on to the Discord 34 because we have edit comment about Wuthering Waves on the daily basis on checking machine. That's every day on the Discord. So that's all I have for today. I'm sorry for the scarfed comparison for this, because I'm still trying to figure out a better way to test this, like $1 versus $2,000, like E0S1 versus E6 S1 thing. But yeah, let me know in the comments how can we kind of improve this content, because it's my first time. And that's all for today. All the best for Yinlin Poos, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.